Hey, welcome to the channel and welcome to Yokohama in Japan. Yokohama is Japan's second largest city and it's located about an hour south of Tokyo. But Yokohama is a place which is not on everyone's travel plans when they come to Japan. And that's a bit of a shame. This place has a lot to offer. And in this video, we're going to show you some of the sights and the things that you should try when you come to this amazing seaside city here in Japan. Okay, so the first place we're going to check out is a tasty little location. It's the Cup Noodles Museum here in Yokohama. Cup noodles are, of course, something you can find in cities and towns all over the world, but they all started here in Japan. And today we're going to check out this museum and even create our very own variety of cup noodles. Okay, so when you come to this place, you have to pick up two kinds of tickets if you want to fully experience the place. The first one is a ticket to the museum where you learn about the history of cup noodles and how they were originally created. And you want to get a second ticket, and that second ticket will allow you to create your own variety of cup noodles. Thanks, Kai. Second ticket will allow you to create your own variety of cup noodles. Now, they both cost about 500 yen each, which means it comes to a total of 1,000 yen for this experience, which is roughly about 11 or 12 Australian dollars, which is super cheap. Okay, so the very first cup noodles were created way back in 1958. And this is the one here by a guy called Momofuku Ando, and he lived in Osaka Prefecture. Now, he actually created the noodles in his back shed of his house, and it took him over a year to create them. And during that year, he only slept 4 hours a night, and he never took a day off because he just was so keen about his creation. And what he created was, like I said, this incredible chicken ramen here, which kind of changed the game when it comes to how people ate and consumed noodles. So the original noodles from 1958 were called instant ramen. But what happened, the actual cup noodles brand itself didn't really kind of kick off until 1971. And Ando went across to the USA and he was showing them his amazing product. And he found out that the Americans were actually popping them into a cup and then breaking up the noodles and then eating them that way with a fork. And that gave him the idea of the brand, or the idea of cup noodles. And as you can see here in this room, which is just like noodle heaven, that brand is what actually took the made in Japan idea of cup noodles and instant ramen to the world. Okay, so we just saw a really short movie that was really interesting and told us about the life of Ando, the guy who created instant noodles and cup noodles. And in the next room actually has a recreation of the shed where he spent that whole year making the very first variety of instant noodles. Also, I forgot to mention too, when he was 95, so shortly before he passed away, he even created what he called space ram or space ramen, which is a type of instant noodles that the guys could eat in outer space. How cool is that? And if you take a look at it, it's got like a raised floor. But if you check out the screen here, outside you get this really, really cool optical illusion. Yeah, right on, okay, that looks cool. Now it's time to make our very own variety of cup noodles. And the first thing we need to do is grab that noodle cup. Once you get your cup for about 500 yen, then they put a lid on here which you can't take off. And then you get sent to one of these tables and you get handed a whole bunch of like colourful markers. And you got to write on here today's date, and then you can create whatever unique design that you want to put on your own personal cup of cup of noodles. All right, so once you've finished your little creation, this is my one here. Now is the important time. That's when you go and grab some noodles of your type and you get to add your favorite toppings to make it totally unique. And get this, there's over 5,400 different combinations you can create here at the Cup Noodle Museum. How awesome is that? So this was my design after minutes of like racking my brain for a design. I've gone with an obvious plug for the channel, a couple of flags there from the countries that were visited on this journey, Taiwan and of course beautiful Japan. And there's a rather angry looking chicken. He's got some purple speckled eggs. I don't know what's going on there. There's a blue star, or the star, and also Mount Fuji as well. So, and Please forgive my colouring in on here. I was really crap at colouring in at primary school, and all these years later, as you can see, nothing's changed. But hey, the design is unique. Okay.
All right, starting from this person. Who's this? Who's called? All right, please rotate the handle 6 times to the arrow side.
6 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. And it perfectly fits in.
Wow.
And the next person too.
That's you, Tam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, so this part here is where you're going to select one of the broths, and you select 4 different ingredients that you can add to your noodles. So that's really cool after that short little process where you choose your flavors, then they put the lid on, and then they seal it, and then they heat it up. So it comes out of the in the receiving area, and the cup is actually warm and it's all sealed up. So you can actually use this at any other time or any other date or whenever you feel hungry, really. I've actually kind of forgotten the 4 or 5 flavors I put in mine. They were totally unique, but it's going to be a nice surprise when I do eventually bust out this cup of noodles sometime in the very near future. Kit Kats are one of the most popular chocolate bars in Japan, and just across the road from the Noodles Museum, we found this amazing Kit Kat Chocolatori. Here you can find many, many, many amazing varieties of Kit Kats, some of which are unique to Japan. For chocolate lovers like us, it was a little slice of heaven. Right, so just a short walk away from the Noodles Museum is this area here, which is really cool. It's futuristic, a little bit outwardly. It's kind of a bit of a mix of everything. There's a theme park nearby. There's what looks like a church. And also, interestingly, above me, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's even like a gondola which runs from this part of town way over the other side of the waterfront. So this area is known as Kishamichi, and this 500-meter promenade actually utilizes or uses the old freight line that travels like along the background behind me. You can see the tram tracks or the old train tracks. It used to link Yokohama station with the port district down here. Now along the way there's like 3 bridges which form part of this trail, and those 3 bridges are listed as historical buildings here in Yokohama. All right, that incredible structure behind me, well, just across the water, is the landmark building. Now from 1993 when it was completed until 2014, it was the biggest or the tallest building in Japan. Currently it's the 3rd tallest in the country at just under 300 meters. There's 73 floors of that building, and inside that building you'll find a 5-star hotel, shops, restaurants and offices and a whole lot more. On the 69th floor, there's an observatory where you can get a great view of Yokohama and the surrounds. And on the 71st floor are 2 tuned dampers, which are these big, like massive balls, which have been put in place to make the building like earthquake safe. So if the building does say move during an earthquake, and of course Japan's on one of the fault lines, the building won't fall down. The dampers will kind of prevent that from happening. So it's an incredible looking building, rather unique in its design, and it's a real feature along this waterfront area here in Yokohama. So also just across the water behind me, you'll notice this rather large wheel. This is the Cosmo Clock 21. And when it first opened in the 90s, it was the tallest Ferris wheel in the world. It's since been surpassed. It currently stands at more than 112 meters tall. And at nighttime, it looks amazing, all lit up. Eventually, the aerial temptation proved too much, and we decided to board the Yokohama Air Cabin, a gondola which opened back in 2021.
It's actually very nice, actually.
It's actually beautiful. Look at the view. Wow. And you can see the big theme park over there as well. What do you guys reckon? Tam, you like this?
Very nice.
Very nice, yeah. What do you think, Kai? Digging it?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm loving it.
The system is 629 meters or 2,064 feet long and connects Anga Park Station to Sakuragi-cho Station. The ride offers a great view of Kishamichi and at its highest point is 40 meters above the ground.
I really enjoyed that ride on the Yokohama Air Cabin. It cost 1,000 yen, which is around about $11 Australian, and it was a great chance to take in the area down by the waterfront and get some great views of the city and of course the landmark building as you cruise on past as well. Definitely recommend that, and for $10 one way, I think that's a pretty good deal. Okay, on to our next adventure here in Yokohama. A trip to Yokohama would not be complete without checking out Yokohama's Chinatown, which is the biggest in Japan and one of the biggest in East Asia, outside of China, of course. Yokohama as a port city opened to the world in around about the 1850s, so that's when it opened to international trade, and a whole influx of Chinese people came to the area and they brought their flavors and their vibrancy and of course their food. And right now in this area here, there's around about 600 different Chinese restaurants to choose from. And this being Japan, where every region seems to have its own food speciality, right here in Yokohama they do have some unique treats as well, and we're going to check them out right now. This is a very popular destination with other foodies from all over the world, and as like I said, the largest one in the region, you get flavors here from countries like Taiwan and of course China and many other lands across this region of the world. But what we're really interested in is the local delicacies, the ones that are famous in this neighborhood and the ones that were actually created here. I'm going to check some of them out now. All right, so I found the first one of our local treats. It's called Kyokan shumai, and it's a dumpling that looks just like this, quite small, and it's a mix of meat and scallop. So let's give that a bit of a try. It's actually very, very tasty. I had to walk up and down the street for quite a while, and my bad Japanese didn't help, but eventually found the place right behind me. The ladies there were very lovely, and they actually have these dumplings here. So these ones here I've got to eat within the next couple of days, but they are delicious. This comes in a pack of about 12 for 700 yen, which is roughly about $8 Australian. And yeah, damn tasty. This really is a lovely part of town just to wander around, just taking in the sights and the sounds and some of the smells too, of course. And I'm a sucker for lanterns, and this street has lanterns everywhere. So yeah, I feel right at home here. Okay, so the next thing on our Yokohama foodie list is a nikuman. This is this big, beautiful bun here with pork inside. Let's take a look at it. It's a big bun. There you go. Okay, somewhere in the middle there's the pork. So there it is. That's actually really, really nice. And look how big it is. That's like a whole meal right there. So nikuman, get on board with that one. All right, the next dish we've got for you is yaki. The next dish we've got for you is yaki shorenpo, which are these fried soup dumplings you can see here with a tasty broth inside. Have a bit of a taste of them. Check that out. Oh my goodness. Okay, that bun before was great, but this one, oh, you can see the broth popping out of it, is incredible. That one is delicious. The main part of the Chinatown here is a pedestrian zone or a car-free zone, which is a great spot to kind of roll along, and there's souvenir shops and there's all those amazing restaurants. But if you just kind of wander a little bit off the beaten track, you kind of find some amazing sights like this incredible building behind me. Check out the artwork and the color. It's such an incredible vibe. And of course it's serving food here. There's restaurants, there's a place with lots of steaming dumplings going off. You can get ice cream here as well. But I just think this is just such an incredible sight, such a beautiful building that you would only find if you just wandered away from the main drag. You know, you never know who you may find wandering the streets of Yokohama. You might even find this guy who you would normally associate with the North Pole. But here he is out front of a restaurant in Chinatown in Yokohama. I love it. Yokohama has really surprised me. It's a really nice respite from the craziness of Tokyo, even though it is the country's third biggest city. I've really enjoyed my time here today, and this place makes a worthy day trip if you do happen to visit Tokyo in the beautiful land of the rising sun, Japan. To learn more about this amazing country, what you want to do is click on this video over here now. Thanks for your company. I'll see you in the next video.